I unplugged my microphone. I'm like, why isn't it turning on? Oh shit. Anyway, hi guys. Wait, why is my mouse not moving? Can you hear me? Kimmy, are you still here? Can you hear me? I'm not connected to my desk. Wait, is it just... Does this just need to be refreshed? Is that all? To-do. There we go. Yay. For some reason, I just needed to be refreshed. All right. Hi. You would think that I would have little stuff considering that I barely do this anymore. But hi, everybody. We're going to play a game that doesn't want to show up because it's not my focus. There it is. Let me know if the game music is too loud. In fact, I will stop my usual background music. The thing is pretty low anyway. I might turn it up a little bit. But anyway, this is a game that my Oshi played. It is called He Is Coming. It is different. And if the filter on it gets too much for anybody, um if the sound is too loud, please let me know immediately. Kimmy, I hydrated. I've got hot cocoa today. At my apartment building, they set up, instead of having a free table, they've decided to turn it into a hot cocoa station for the winter. So you can go out there and make yourself a cup of hot cocoa for free anytime you want. And I'm like, that is amazing. But I hate all those people. I don't want to go out there. And when I go out there in the middle of the night to get my mail or whatever, because I don't want to be seen, I don't want to talk, they turn the water warmer off. So obviously, I have to come back and like microwave it. And I'm just like, maybe I'll just do this at home. So I literally bought paper cups and lids to make it at home. And let me tell you something, it is a life changer. And yes, I only buy paper because they are easily biodegradable. And I also have severe depression and do not wash my dishes like normal people. So if I don't want to starve, yes, I use paper plates and paper cups and shit like that. I'm sorry if you don't like that. It's actually really hard for me to use reusable stuff. Anyway, enough with that. He is coming. Let's play. I don't know how to describe this game to you. Long ago, in an age lost to time, mortals and demons waged war against each other. At the heart of their conflict was the crown, a magical artifact of unimaginable power. When the crown fell into the hands of the Demon King, darkness spread across the land, and the people suffered under his reign. But as all hope seemed lost, a lone hero emerged, a knight who faced the Demon King and struck him down. The land healed, peace returned, and the crown was sealed away deep beneath the earth. I don't know if that's smart, burying it under a tree. Generations passed, and the story of the crown faded into legend. But deep in the forgotten corners of the world, a dark force stirred. The Demon King has now returned with the crown in his possession, and this time he will not allow another hero to rise against him. Ready or not, he is coming. Okay, so we are this little night person here, and we have a certain amount of time. This is day, this is night, day, night. When we get to the end, you'll see there's a boss here, and he is the Ironstone Golem. Exposed, Ironstone Golem loses 3 attacks. He has 5 health, 4 strength, 15 shield, and I think this is speed, so 0 speed. Exposed triggers when you lose all your armor for the first time. So we gotta hit him down 15. We gotta get him down 15 armor, and then we can get at his health, I think, is what that means. So I have a stick. So I need to go. Like this must be my house. I need to go here. But each of these ticks, I think, is one move on my part. Maybe not. Okay, treasure chest. Redwood helmet. Exposed. Restore 3 health. Frostbite trap. Wounded. Gives the enemy 3 freeze. Redwood cloak. Battle start. If your health is not full, you know what? I'll take that. Thank you. I will restore health if I am not at full health when I start my fight against the boss. All right, let's go up to the other chest. Ooh, the redwood rod. This is much better than a regular stick. Spring chestnut. Battle start. Gain 3 thorns. Boots of the hero. +2 speed. You know what? I think that I'm gonna take the rod. Okay, gain 3 thorns. On hit, restore 1 health. Man, why did I have to take the rod and then immediately replace it with the heart drinker? Why? Hmm. Do I take this and get 1 health when I hit him? Or do I take this and just get more health? Oh, I really want to take this. I'm going to take the gloves. Go. Should we go this way? Go this way. Halfway to night. Okay, redwood roast. +5 health, the frostbite trap, and a featherweight blade. This gives +2 to attack and +2 to speed. I'll take the roast. Go this way. Loose change. Gain 3 gold at the start of every day. Leather glove. Vampiric wine. Wounded, restore 4 health. Hmm. I know coins have something to do with things. I don't remember what though. I think I'm gonna go for this one. Hem slots, or I need glasses. Item slots are numbered and will trigger sequentially. This means the item in slot 1 will trigger before the item in slot 2. Use left click to move them around. Okay. Um, That'll start if your health is not full. Okay. Wait. Take this and move it up here. And then we'll put the speed one over there. I don't know if that means anything. Okay, I think this is something we can fight. I think a test fight would be good. Let's see how we do. Battles resolve automatically. You and your opponent take turns attacking each other. If your health reaches 0, you lose. Attack represents how much damage you deal each turn. Armor absorbs damage that would be dealt to health and is replenished between battles. Speed determines who goes first. You can adjust how quickly the battle plays out by using the options above. Good luck. All right, we will start at normal speed. Yay, I killed it. And I earned a coin. And look at that, I actually went up a health. I wonder why I did. Oh, I probably did get 2 health. It's just I got hit. Go up. Oh, it's darkness. Now we can't see the monsters. And there will be more monsters. I think sleep until the next day and fully restore health. Yes. There are, oh, I think it's this thing down here. Um, Waypoints. Let's fight a bear. We're gonna slaughter this bear. Victory! All right. Oh, they show us more of the area. Okay. What is this thing? Crystal ball. Reveal a location of interest. Give me this. I don't know what that is. We'll find out. Okay. Boomstick. On hit, deal 1 damage. Leather vest. And redwood cloak. We already have the redwood cloak. Okay, leather vest. Let's take that. We have to replace something. 5 health. 5 health. That's 3 health and 1 speed. Hmm. Never mind. I don't think I'll take it. Give your weapon an edge. Bleeding edge or blunt edge. Gain 1 armor. No, let's do bleeding edge. Okay, and then we gotta find out what is this witch looking person. What are you? Oh, you're a merchant. Oh, I can't buy anything at all. But let's see. Frostbite dagger. First turn, give the enemy freeze equal to your attack on hit. Energy drain. Before any other item triggers, if you have less speed than the enemy, steal 5 speed from the enemy. Explosive sword. Whenever a bomb deals 5 or more non weapon damage, gain 1 additional strike. Riddlebark club. Exposed and wounded. Lose 2 attack. Oak heart. Gain 3 max health for each equipped wood item. Sanguine rose. Whenever you restore health, increase health restored by 1. You can only equip 1 rose. This oak heart is kind of nice. Gain 3 max health for each equipped wood item. And let's see, this one's wood. This one's wood. This one's wood. I would, if I could do that, I would have 9 extra health. But I only have 3 coins. Perhaps we can come back to him. Let us kill this wolf and perhaps earn a coin. Let's speed this up a bit. One coin. I don't want to kill a raven. Oh no, he steals my money. You bastard. You give that back. I didn't get any of it back. Blade oil. Well, okay, so that's one attack, one armor, one speed. The speed. And it is now nighttime. Oh no, it's a wolf and it's chasing me. Now I have two wolves chasing. What is that? While the player has 5 or less health, wolf temporarily gains 2 attack. Good luck with that, buddy. Golem. Combine 2 of the same common or golden item. I don't have any items. I think these are all common because they have the green. I don't have any doubles. And I don't think I'm allowed to carry extra. Ooh, stop chasing us during the day. Now if I had these two, I could combine them. I I don't want to throw away anything in order to grab these gloves though. Of course, I suppose 2 speed and 6 health is better than just 5 health, maybe? Let's do that. And oh, what is that chest? Unexpected. My hot cocoa went in an unexpected place out of the lid. Oh, a jewelry box. Citrine gemstone. Your base speed stat is inverted. No thanks. A jeweled blade. Gain 2 attack for each equipped jewelry item. And sapphire crown. -2 health, but +5 armor. Damn. How about I don't want any of that? Uh, that one and that one. Awesome. They combine them together. Now, if I had that other, can I make it appear to another chest? Okay. Boots of the hero +2 speed. Razor thorn spear gain 2 thorns. Redwood cloak. Oh, I could. Ooh, I could have a second redwood cloak. Ah, that must be him stepping closer. I gotta fight this wolf before I can talk to the golem. Okay, combine these 2 things, please. Thank you. Now they're just +4 health. Oh, battle start. If your health is not full, restore 4 health. Oh, I can't go back to one that I didn't take from. Oh, he found me. Time to fight the boss. So let's see. He has 4 attack. He has 15 armor. He has 0 speeds. We'll go first. Oh, think we can make it, guys? We're cutting it close. We did it. Yay! Rock slide victory completed. First blood. Defeat the boss for the first time. Awesome. Who's our next boss? Swift Strike Stag. Turn start. Swift Strike Stag gains 2 additional strikes. So he's going to hit me, what, 3 times in a row? It means he's going to hit me for 9 each round. And we're going to have to take him down 20. And he's got a speed of 5. We're fucked. We're fucked. Sort of the hero. This is a bunch of shit. I don't want to get rid of that. All right, let's. Oh, we got more slots. Awesome, awesome. We go back to that merchant now. Okay. Gain 3 max health for each equipped wood item. I have fewer wood items now, though. That's wood. That's wood. Whenever you restore health, increase health restored by 1. Or the frostbite dagger. Energy drain before any other item triggers. If you have less speed than the enemy, steal 5 speed from the enemy. I like that. That's a good one. Explosive sword and the brittle bark club. Oh, okay. So do I go for more speed? Or do I go for more health? You know what? I think I'm going to go with the energy drain. Okay, so no, we're going to move this up here. That over there. Move that there. Okay. Now we cannot pay to replace your ad. Oh, that's okay. That's not that. Wait, was there like enter map mode? In this mode, you can hover over events on the map. Once unlocked, waypoints allow you to fast travel. Okay. Oh, okay. Uh, which is a waypoint though? I thought this was a waypoint. Is this not a waypoint? Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm trying to use the mouse to move. Oh, okay, that's not a waypoint. There's a waypoint then. Is this a waypoint? That must be a waypoint. Okay, wait, where am I? Oh my god, I'm way up there. Hmm. There's a waypoint there. Alright, I guess we're going north. Relax. Citrine earrings. Gain 1 speed every other turn. Sapphire crown and sapphire earring gain 1 armor every other turn. Right, do I want speed or armor? I think I'll go for armor. I want to restore health, but I don't necessarily. Alright. I'm gonna need that health. Oh, waypoint unlocked. Good. Okay. Level 2 bat. Spear, shield, lance, 1 attack, 6 armor, empiric wine. I do want this. Cherry bomb. Battle start, deal 1 damage 2 times. Hmm. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna replace the boots of the hero. And then where's Gollum? Gollum was. Oh wait, oh shit. Gollum was over here. Let's fight this level 2 Raven. He steals my gold, but then I don't get it back at the end of the fight. That's what angers me. He stole my gold, but I didn't get it back. There is not a closer Golem. Okay, combine these two, please. All that glitters completed. Nice. All right, now I restore 8 health if I drop below 50 or lower for the first time. Featherweight blade. Boots of the hero. Empiric wine. Hmm. You know, I think I'll take the boots back. Can't believe that there's a hedgehog facing me. What does this merchant have? Battle axe. While the enemy has armor, double your attack. Oh, it's 2 attacks. It's the same that I have now. But I would have to reapply the oil and the sharpness. Ice block shield. Gain 2 freeze. And it has 8 armor. Can't buy any of this. Pinecone breastplate. Swift strike gauntlet. Saffron feather. Kindling bomb. Waypoint. Yay. What is that? The fairy! Transform an item into another item of the same rarity. Hmm. What'd I get? Loose change. Gain 3 gold at the start of every day. Not terrible. The Razor's Thorn Spear. On hit, gain 2 thorns. Leather glove and redwood roast. Oh man, there's. I don't want to give up anything for this. This is literally going to give me 1 health every other turn, which may save my life. And this lets me buy cool stuff. I don't think. I think I'm gonna pass. That down there. If the spider has more speed than you, it deals 4 damage. Oh, crystal ball shows me where things are. Oh, Oh my god. Wait, what? No, not that. This. What is this? Hero's grave. I feel like that's important. What is it? Here I am. All right, we're gonna try to work our way up to the hero's grave. I gotta fight this guy before I can use the anvil. Speed it up. Okay, cutting edge. Oh, I can't afford them. They're 10 coins. On hit, gain 2 thorns to take 1 damage. On hit, deal 1 damage. Is that on hit to me? We're not gonna make it before this guy gets to us. Wish I wish I had another slot so I could take that and get 6 gold. Fight a bear. This Raven's gonna steal my money. Shit. Alright. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Blue Strike Stag. To start, he gains 2 additional strikes. I really hope that that is only the first round, like as the battle starts. He's got 10 health. Oh good, my thing's gonna trigger because he's got more speed. He does have more attack, but I do have some significant healing and armor. All right, let's go. I stole his speed, so I'm always gonna go first. Nope, he gets 3 attacks every single time. God, I'm not gonna make it. Nope, I'm out. He killed me. Win against an Ironstone Golem for the first time. Have 3 golden items in your inventory. Lose your first battle. Start a battle with 30 or more max health. Completing challenges unlocks new items. Unlocking 2 or more adjacent challenges reveals what you need to do. Oh. So I can see here, unknown, unlock 1 more adjacent challenge. So in between these two, I can read near death experience. Win a battle with 1 health remaining. Okay. New run. That wasn't bad. I mean, we made it through two bosses. It's just well, actually we made it through 1 boss. We're gonna need a lot to deal with. I thought I had significant amounts of healing, but I feel like I didn't. Elderwood staff, +1 to everything. Leather gloves, double plated armor. Oh, gain 2 armor, but -2 speed. I'm gonna go for the Elderwood staff. Shield of the hero, redwood roast, boomstick. Let's go for the redwood roast. We'll beat up this bear. Barely. Damn. Frostbite gauntlet. Give the enemy 1 freeze. Horned helmet. Start with 1 thorns. And get 2 armor. Ooh, spear, shield, and lance. We only attack for 1, but we get 6 armor. We only have 1 attack anyway. Alright, let's take that. Kill this wolf. Featherweight blade. Redwood cloak. Redwood helmet. I'm exposed. Restore 3 health. Do I want to restore 2 health at the beginning of battle, or I think we'll take the helmet. We'll need more health when exposed than at the beginning of battle. Leather vest gives us 2 armor and 1 speed. Shield of the heroes 3 armor. Let's go for the chest. Ooh. We're gonna have to fight a wolf for this. Turn my ringer up. No, hold on. I cannot allow myself to not be in a certain stream. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm trying to open something that I'm literally looking at. First of all, we need to mute this tab. I need to open this stream. No, no, no. You're not knocking. I hate that thing. Why does it even ask? I never want to knock. Okay. And back over here. Wait, wait, wait. Did I forget to pause this? Pause that. That's probably ridiculous amounts of strain on my card. All right. On hit, restore 1 health. On hit, gain 1 armor. I'll do that. I just wasn't close enough to. I thought that this orb wasn't gonna work. I don't know what this is. What is that? Alright, kill this bat. He's in our way. Oh, okay. Putting on blade oil. You know what? We could use some attack. Why is this fire different? Um, no. Got another vest. Double plated armor. Gain 3 armor. Razor thorn spear. On hit, gain 2 thorns. I'm gonna take the vest and hope to find a golem. Ooh, a fairy. Oh, I would love to take this. I'd have to get rid of something though. Do I want to get rid of? I don't know. I think the +5 health is better than. Oh, but if I can combine them, then when I'm exposed, I'd get 6. All right, I think I will take it. Transform 1 item. Uh, I don't want to do that. I think I want any of those. What I do want is to find a golem. I'm gonna come over here and see if this will tell me where a golem is. Yes, perfect. Oh, it's so far away. Well, no matter what, I gotta fight a spider. Okay, golem, I want you to combine these vests and these helmets. Excellent. Excellent. Now that they are combined, I don't think I want to deal with that fairy. Horned helmet and 1 thorn. Cherry bomb, deal 1 damage 2 times. Frostbite gauntlet, give the enemy 1 freeze. Freeze, your attack is halved as long as you have freeze stack. Remove 1 stack at the end of a turn. You know what? Having an attack could be very useful. I have already applied attack oil. Uh, let's apply speed oil. Ooh, hi. What do you have? Elderwood necklace gives 1 to everything. Cracked boulder shield. 10 armor upon expose. Pinecone breastplate. Battle start. If your health is full, in 1 thorn at turn start for the rest of the battle. Ooh, that would increase my attack by 1 as long as I'm full. Swift strike bow. Whenever you gain additional strikes, gain double the amount. Explosive surprise. If you're exposed, deal 8 damage. Ironstone sandal. while you have armor, temporarily gain 2 attack, but you lose 1 speed. I was gonna go for this with the when you're exposed, gain 10 armor, but these sandals, when you have armor, gain 2 attack. Lose the speed, but increases my attack by 2. Would right now double it. I'm gonna do that. We are almost at night. And there we go. Hit night. Oh, I didn't even look at who I'm fighting. The Black Knight. Oh, shit. Battle start. Black Knight gains attack equal to the player's attack plus 2. Oh my god. So he's going to have 4 attack, whereas I'm only going to have 2 attack. But, oh wait, with the sandals. We need to put that up there, that up there. I almost forgot. That matters very much. Hmm. Do I want to keep the freeze? Or do I want to take another redwood helmet? Or even the vampiric wine? But I think I'm going to take the helmet and replace the freeze gloves. That's a waypoint now, right? Didn't trigger. Did the waypoint not trigger? Maybe it has to be during the day? I don't know. Black Knight's gonna wipe the floor with my face. Alright, let's go. I won. Give me your money. Wow, I won. That was honestly unexpected. Battle start, deal 1 damage 2 times. 1 hit, restore. Oh, let's take the shield of the hero. Show me where the grave of the hero is. I don't really know what that is, and I want to go find out. Oh, I can't do a cutting edge or a jagged edge. Because I'm short 1. How do I get into this? I bet I was going the right way, and now I'm not going the right way. I fight a bear, but then I can. Okay, cutting edge. On hit, deal 1 damage. On hit, gain 2 thorns and take 1 damage. I'll do this. Edge Lord completed. Oh, you can only go in at night? You can only go in at night. Save point unlocked. Ooh, there's oil over there. Let's go get that. Only one I can have left is I really need is a golem. Sapphire blue completed? I wonder what that one is. Transform any item. Um, the helmet. What did I get? What did I get? Battle start. Steal 2 armor from the enemy. Not bad. Damn it! I missed the night. I was too greedy. Guess we're gonna go fight a bear. Leather gloves. Boomstick. Vampiric wine. Ah, damn it. I was really hoping for a golem. Your attack. Oh, okay, wait. Frostbite shard. If the enemy has freeze, temporarily gain 3 attack. Does he have freeze? Redwood Treant. Temporarily gains 3 attack if the player has no armor. Or heart. Battle start. Gain 3 armor for each equipped stone item. I only have 1 stone item. Heart shaped acorn. Battle start. If you have 0 base armor, restore health to full. Fortified gauntlet. Turn start. If you have armor, gain 1 additional armor. Swift strike gauntlet. Wounded, gain 2 additional strike. And of course, I only have 5, so I can't even get that one. Look at this one, but I only have 1, and I would literally have to give up 3 armor in order to get it. The Swift strike rapier. Battle start. If you have more speed than the enemy, gain 3 additional strikes. I do. Oh god, I do. But I would lose so much to gain those strikes. Do I want to give up 1 speed and 7 armor? Plus all of the sharp. I mean, oh no, that is plus everything. But, and on hit, deal extra damage. I don't think I'm going to take that. I want to find a golem. I also want to find out what this thing is. What is this? Oh, Elderwood necklace, Swift strike gauntlet, or chainmail armor. If I'm wounded, I regain my base armor. Wait, I thought I had 20 armor. Why am I 19? This this armor. I want this armor. All right, here we go. Am I better than a treant? This is gonna hurt so bad. Timber. I won. Oh, wait. Leishen has no. Oh my god. He hits for 7 and he has 50 health? Oh, I'm fucked. That'll start if your health is not full. Restore 2 health. Wood Rod. Frostbite Gauntlet. Go with the Gauntlet, I guess. Boots of the Hero. Sword of the Hero. Goes loose change. Ooh, there's a waypoint over here. Okay, we got Merchant. What is this? Life Blood Bomb. Whenever you restore 5 or more health, deal 5 damage. Pinecone Breastplate. Frostbite Dagger. Explosive Sword. Fortified Gauntlet. It's not what I've got here. It's Frostbite. This is Fortified. Alright, wait a second. No, not you. These are fires. There's an orb over here. Orb way the fuck over there. Column. My old map? Wait, where's the waypoint? Gotta be a waypoint over here. Come on. Ugh. I can't need to come all the way over here in order to find it. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna keep searching. There, there it is. Show me where a golem is, please. Not very far away. No, no. Okay. Okay. Let's do that. Now to get to this golem, went too far. So many fucking spiders. Alright. Combine this and this, please. And now that's just 6 armor. Okay. Fairy. I can transform something. It's from that. What do I get? Deal 1 damage every other turn. Suppose that's not terrible. hero, horned helmet. I want more speed. No, I think I want health restoration. Do that. Oh, I was so lost as to where I was. Ooh, can I do anything here? Replace your edge. Bleeding edge or blunt edge. You know what? I have bleeding edge already, don't I? I don't. Now we have bleeding edge. Kill this hedgehog. Location of interest. Damn, what's with all the hedgehogs? I thought we were in spider territory. Also, why are the hedgehogs so aggressive? Ooh, a jewelry box. I would like to get that. And we're gonna move you over here and you over here. Where was the golem? It was right over there, right? Right. Let's go see the golem. Now we automatically do 2 damage every other turn. That's sword and spear. A redwood roast for now. This watchtower. Kill this wolf. Can I make it here? Made it here. Gain 2 additional strikes when wounded. Every other turn, gain 1 attack and restore 1 health. Is good, but I can't get up this weapon that I put so much into. If I'd gotten this first and I wasn't about to fight a boss, this would be a good one to build off of. All right, I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna replace that with it. All right. Here we go. This guy. This guy. Ooh, that was such a good play. Having that thing that gives me all my armor back. Oh yeah. We gonna make it? We didn't make it. Oh. I'm so angry. He only had 2 health left. If we had gotten one more strike, we could have done it. Damn it. Oh, timber completed. Win against the redwood treant for the first time. Give me your money completed. Win against the black knight for the first time. Edgelord completed. Reforge your weapon once. Sapphire blue completed. Start a battle with 20 base armor. Oh, man. You run. All right. Who am I fighting? The Blood Moon Werewolf. While the player is below 50% health, Blood Moon Werewolf temporarily gains 5 attack. Oh, God. Just give me a quick run. Okay. I are 3 armor, 2 thorns, and 1 attack, or double plated armor. Exposed and 3 armor. Will lose 2 speed. You know what would actually be good is if we got the thing that inverts your base speed. Gain 1 thorns and 2 armor. 3 gold at the start of every day, or 3 health and 1 speed. You know what? I'm gonna go for loose change this time. Okay, so we got vampire wine to restore 4 health when wounded. Gain 1 thorns. Oh, I've still got just a wooden stick. Take that. Okay. You +1 attack. Fight this hedgehog. And lookout tower. What is this? Wolf? Goodbye, wolf. Okay. Do I want 3 armor? After 3 strikes, lose 2 attack? Why would anyone take that? There's got to be a build for that somewhere. What it is, I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna take this one and see if we can find a golem to combine them. Little spider. And let's my weapon. What did I get? On hit, deal 1 damage. I don't know if that was worth it. Oh my god, it's way. Oh, okay. Leather glove, redwood cloak, frostbite trap. Pass. Hello, Raven. I don't want to hurt you, Raven. You attacked me. That on hit restores 1 health. Where am I going? He's right down here. Okay. We're almost there. Uh, yeah, I don't think I want any of the. I would take the vampire blood, but or the vampire wine. I would have had to got to it after I saw the golem. Ooh, there's a thing down here. Grave of the hero. Wait, go down here. Oh, you won't let me put you down there. Okay. Oh, there's two of them. Oh my god. Moonlight shield. Turn start. If you're below 50% health, gain 2 armor. Elderwood necklace. +1 everything. God. Exposed and wounded, lose 2 attack. But even that is 5 attack. Hmm. Damn it, I'll take it. Gain 3 freeze. Necklace or gain 2 additional strikes when wounded. Definitely take that. I don't have 2 of the same of anything, so we are going to have to move on. Redwood roast or loose change. Um, do the roast. I don't think I want any of those right now. Ooh, but hey, hi. What do you have? What is this? Moonlight Shield. If you're below 50% health, gain 2 armor. For any other triggers, if you have less speed, gain 5 speed. Battle start. If you have 0 base armor, restore health to full. Swift thistle or swift strike bow. Whenever you gain additional strike, double the amount. I don't think any of these. Oh, oh, wait, wait. If I'm wounded, I gain 2 additional strikes. But whenever I gain additional strikes, I gain double the amount. Battle start. Gain max health equal to your base armor. Gain 3 max health for each equipped wood item. I'm kind of thinking I want to buy this and get scale 5 speed from my enemy. Wouldn't do much against this guy, but could do me well in future battles. What I really need is just to fight this guy right now. What happens if I say yes? Immediately. Time traveler. Okay, while the player is below 50% health, Blood Moon Werewolf temporarily gains 5 attacks. So he's gonna hit like a truck. But as soon as I'm wounded, I'm also going to hit like a truck. See how this goes. I get 5 attacks. Oh my god. Hell yes. I knew that was a good move. I knew it. Ooh, there's a waypoint over there. Let's go grab that. There's so much stuff right here. Wow. Okay. Um, no, I will never give that up. I'll never give that up. Should I? No, I don't think I will. Mr. Golem, I don't have anything for you to do that to. Waypoint. Ooh, give your blade. Okay, featherweight edge. On hit, convert 2 speed to 1 attack. Cutting edge, deal on hit, deal 1 damage. I think we'll take that because otherwise we're kind of fucked on the speed department. Ooh, hey, what you got? Now that I got more room. One of everything. Swift strike rapier. Battle start if you have more speed than the enemy. Gain 3 additional strikes. Not gonna work. Turn start if you have no armor. Gain 3 armor and 1 freeze. That sounds amazing. If your health is full, you gain 1 thorn at the turn start for the rest of the battle. That sounds really good. Heart shaped acorn. Battle start if you have 0 base armor. Restore health to full. Featherweight helmet. Battle start. Spend 2 armor to gain 3 speed and 1 attack. 3 speed and 1 attack. Now, that would be great if I weren't -4 on the speed department. Um, I think that I'm gonna go with the pinecone breastplate. If your health is full, gain 1 thorn at the start of each turn. Okay, and we're going to swap those. Wounded before any other item trigger. Should go first. That should go second. That should go third. That should go fourth. Wounded. Okay. Oh no, we're going against the Swift Strike Stag. Oh, hurts. Found another one. Now I just gotta wait a couple of steps until dark. And it's another double. Okay. Wounded, regain your base armor. Salt Greaves, whenever you lose armor, deal 1 damage. God. Okay, we don't have a lot of armor. Is it worth it? Or should I do deal 1 damage every time I lose armor? That'll give me 4 damage against something. You know what? I think I'm gonna take this. And okay, I'm gonna replace the loose change. I might regret that, but see. Every other turn, gain 1 attack and restore 5 health. Elderwood necklace, moonlight shield. Every other turn, gain one attack and restore one health. Nah. Beggars can be choosers. I didn't take anything. I got an achievement for not taking anything. Oh my god. Restore 10 health. You know what? Yes, I would. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna take anything. Give the enemy one freeze, 3 gold, or on hit deal 1 damage. We are not going to change out our weapon. We are set in our weapon. Is it? Okay. Page, replace your edge. Blunt edge, gain on hit, gain 1 armor. Jagged edge, on hit, gain 2 thorns and take 1 damage. Do I have an edge on this? I think I do. Just it's +1 damage. On hit, deal 1 damage. This is on hit, gain 1 armor. You know what? I'll take it. Oh my god, it's a golden treasure chest. Okay. Uh, if your health is not at full, restore 4 health. Deal 2 damage 2 times. Add 4 speed. Assault clears. Whenever you lose armor, deal 1 damage. Or just straight up get 4 speed. You know what? The speed might do me good. I do need to somehow get 1 health though. When you're exposed, is that the same thing? Golden double plated armor? It is. Okay. Oh man, I wish I could get 2 golden. This is just when you're exposed, gain 3 armor. Is this worth it though? You know what? I'm gonna trade this. Wow, that might not have been a good idea. This is turn start. Wait, is it? It's me who gets freeze? It's me who has freeze. Fuck you. We're not gonna do that. Show me where the closest golem is. It's not too far away. Waypoint right next to him. Awesome. Awesome. Diamond double plated armor. When I'm exposed, I gain 12 armor. And it gives me 8 armor to start with, but it also gives me -8 speed because it's so heavy. Okay. What's up here? Okay, cherry bomb. And give the enemy 3 free. We'll take that. Transform any item into something else. What I get? At the battle start, gain 2 attack and take 3 damage. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Hey, merchant, what you got? That'll start if you have more speed than the enemy, gain 3 additional strike. Whenever you restore health, increase health restored by 1. I don't have any wood things. Current skin potion, gain armor equal to lost health at battle start. Fortified gauntlet. Turn start if you have armor, gain 1 additional armor. Featherweight armor. Turn start if you have more speed than the enemy. Spend 1 speed to temporarily gain 3 attack until the end of the turn. That would be amazing if I didn't have -4. This is Swift Strike. This is a fortified. Um, you know what? We might buy that. Let's face it. I am not getting this health back. Uh, and here we go. Oh, wait. Can I get there before I made it? I have full health. Was that a bad thing? Maybe. I won! Staggering success! Hell yeah! Absolutely. Okay, now I only have 5 health, but I do have my 8 armor. Uh, oh, and I got 2 new spaces I can fit stuff. What we got? No. Let's take the coin. Because I don't know why when I stream and I start talking for the stream, my head just explodes with mucus and I can't fucking breathe. Where was that golem at? It's down here. Oh my god. Wait, this is battle start. This should go up here. And this should go there. This should come down here. This is also battle start. What the hell? Okay, this is exposed, comes before wounded. Okay. Oh, hello. We are gonna take the speed boots and we are gonna go back to that fucking golem. We are gonna go back to the golem. And damn it! We didn't make it before it turned daylight. Damn it. Alright. Oil. I want speed. Do I want armor? I want attack. I'll go for attack. Leather glove, redwood rod. Battle start gains 3 thorns. Might take the glove. Ooh, and a waypoint. Ooh, and another golem. Photographer and a merchant. Okay, what is this? Stone stake? Battle start. If your health is full, gain 5 armor. Moonblood dagger. Gain 5 attack and take 2 damage when you're wounded. Hmm. Oh, but no, I can't take that because that would replace the bow. If you have more speed than the enemy, already gotten rid of that. Assault Greaves. Whenever you lose armor, take 1 damage. Have 0 base armor. I would love to buy this stake, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to start the battle at full health. Oh, you know what? I gotta go back over. About to be nighttime. Assault Greaves. Nice Blade. Start turn if you were below 50% health, gain 2 armor. Um, okay. And what else we got? Regain your base armor when wounded. 1 of everything for this necklace. I want this. What am I gonna push out for that? Almost with nothing. I'm gonna get rid of the gold. I might get rid of the gold. Alright, I'm gonna move that up there. Alright. Final day. Oh, Jesus. Ruse. Ruse, no. Oh my god. I completely forgot that I had that running. Oh shit. Please tell me that my desktop audio has been working this whole time. My desktop audio has not been working this whole time. Son of a bitch. Why? It's supposed to do default, but default never fucking works. Since the new update, it has not. Holy shit. Running to speakers. Oh, you guys have not been able to hear the game for almost 2 hours. That's amazing. Amazing. You've had absolutely no music. It's been silence for an hour and 45 minutes and me talking. Oh my god. Why do I do these things? I hate when they fucking update things. But I mean, that's good. That means that your ears were not blown out by the stream I had running in the background. Oh god. All right, you know what? I think we're gonna do this boss, and then I'm gonna quit for the day. I don't want any of those. Kill spider. If I'm lucky, I'll find a. Oh, there's a fire right there. We can use that. Is this the bottom of the map? This must be the bottom of the map. Do I have anything that I can combine for the golem? I don't. Goblet. My gauntlets are two different things. Right, back to the fire. Can I make it before he gets to me? There's a significant chance it... No, I didn't make it. Oh, God. Alright, here we go. He's gonna wipe the floor with my face. It is nice that I'm earning back armor with every level. Or with every turn. I don't think it's gonna be enough, though. It's not gonna be enough. I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point. That was not even close. At least last time I got him down to 2 health. This is ridiculous. Cartographer completed. Unlocked 5 different waypoints during a single run. Staggering success completed. Win against Swift Strike Stag for the first time. Werewolf completed. Win against Blood Moon Werewolf for the first time. Time Traveler completed. Sleep at the campfire with full health. Beggars can be choosers. Skip a hero's grave. Faster than light completed. Outsped a spider. Big spender completed. Spend a total of 30 gold in a single run. What's the compendium? Ah, I see. Okay, so other things I can get. Dethroned. Win against Goldwing Monarch for the first time. Insomniac. Defeat Lei Shen in a run without sleeping. Troll Hunter. Win against a mountain troll for the first time. Shell Shock. Quiver exposed with 0 base armor. Near death experience. Win a battle with 1 health remaining. Woodland Victory. Defeat Woodland Abomination for the first time. Hunting Season. Win against Razor Tusk Hog for the first time. Well, well, well. Throw a lot of gold into the well. Interesting. Oh my god. Oh my god. There are more. There's the woodland and then there's the swamp. Wow. Okay. Damn. Well, anyway, thanks for coming to my fucking silent stream. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't notice. How many do we got? 1. It's probably spooky, and I don't. What would it be like rating spooky into spooky? So, I'm just gonna end stream, okay? There's not gonna be a raid or anything. if you're looking for somebody fun to watch, Lambriel is currently streaming. Spooky is streaming. Over on YouTube, Ruse just started. Uh Find your own fun, I guess. Depends on what you're looking for. All right, guys, thank you for coming. I will see you later. Bye bye.